First of all, let me thank Dr. Ravi Gupta for inviting me for this 13th World Education Summit, which is organized by ILETS. I have been interacting with him from the very beginning of these initiatives, whether it be in education, whether it be in health, e-health or e-education. As Vice Chancellor of Indira Gandhi National Open University and Chairman of the Distance Education Council of the country, we have been interacting. And this particular summit and the overall perspective and overall vision of the digital learning as well as this initiative is to bring together technologists and teachers together. Technology and teaching, that is the theme. And I am a teacher basically. I will just say some sort of a provocative statement and then start probably highlight some of the points. Technology cannot teach. Only teachers can teach. But technology is unavoidable. Technology is, without technology the teachers cannot exist. Without technology, nothing can be progressed in our system. If you just look at education and technology, teaching and technology, probably we will start with the radio. We have seen how the agriculture has been revolutionized in India maybe several decades ago, how the radios contributed. Then came the TV, the countrywide classroom, how TV has revolutionized. For example, we have the country's countrywide classroom and Indira Gandhi National Open Universities and University Grants Commission's initiatives in providing countrywide classroom across the institutions in the country for this. And then there are the information and communication technology, ICT revolution has happened. It has changed the very face and very vocabulary of education. The overall purpose of education or teaching is to provide knowledge and skills. How technology can enhance the quality of providing knowledge and skills. And our challenges as a country, India, or for any highly populated countries, the challenge is reach. How to reach large number of institutions, several 10,000s of institutions, schools, colleges, technological institutions. And we have always been, I started teaching maybe almost about 5 years ago. During those days, the gross enrollment ratio in this country was only 5%. That is only 5% of the eligible age group got the opportunity for entering into the portals of a college, not completing the education, entering into the portals of college. Now we have come to 28 or 28 or maybe around 30 we have come during the last 30. It is definitely technology has contributed, but we have to be extremely careful. ICT has come, satellite in a very big way. For example, Indian Space Research Organization has contributed significantly for satellite learning. Satellite learning not only in education, in health as well. It has contributed significantly. So technologies are evolving. And then we have to understand that the reach of education cannot be achieved if we compromise quality. Quality and quantity are the two things which are the important challenges, not only, particularly in higher education, collegiate education and higher education. You are, during these 2 days, you are covering several of such aspects, whether it be how digitization will help the school education, how the research capabilities can be enhanced. All these things we are going to discuss. And first and foremost, when we think about technology, what we have to think about, how technology can enhance the quality of the education delivery. That is the most important thing. If only when we enhance the quality of education delivery, quantity will enhance. Otherwise, if you just set a target of quantity, I think we will not achieve that. Only when, for example, as a teacher of chemistry, I should know how technology can be effectively used in my classroom, how probably we have to think about ICT-based, discipline-wise ICT-based pedagogy. How biology can be taught, how humanities can be taught, how economics can be taught, how commerce and business can be taught. And therefore, technology has to penetrate into the discipline of the particular knowledge systems. And when we enhance the quality of education delivery right from the classroom onwards, through technology, quantity will automatically enhance. And this correlation between quality and quantity is very important. When I say technology cannot teach, only teachers can teach, I am not mentioning that of course, when the computers came, there was some sort of fear that the role of the teachers will be minimized. Even now, we say to some extent that the role of teachers is getting minimized. No, not at all. The teachers are working at different domains. For example, only a teacher can develop the content appropriately. So in the content development, in the discipline-based, ICT-based content development, teachers are contributing. Probably teachers have much more roles when ICT and information and communication technology and all other technologies have come into place. And therefore, the first and foremost thing which is necessary, whether it be in school education or college education or at the university education, is to provide ICT-based capacity building of teachers at all levels. Right? The rural colleges, rural schools, everywhere. So ICT-based, discipline-based ICT NCRT experts are here. And if you just look at the academies of the various academies, for example, at higher level of knowledge acquisition, we have the academies, whether it be Indian National Science Academy, Indian Academy of Sciences, they have all very specific programs. How exactly information and communication technology can be induced into the various subject disciplines. You know that the knowledge is expanding in a very rapid way. And to understand the ramifications of this knowledge and skills, it is very important to make use of technology. And therefore, the role of teacher is becoming more and more important. The teacher, we want more of, probably the teacher's profile is changing. Teacher is not just a classroom teacher. Teacher's profile is changing. Teacher is just looking at how the different technologies can be developed, how the different types of technology-enabled classrooms can be developed, whether it be smart classroom, how artificial intelligence can be very effectively utilized for classroom teaching, how machine learning, what are the pedagogical aspects of machine learning. And therefore, it is very important that Dr. Ravi Gupta identifies organizations like NCRT, University Grants Commission, distance education institutions, and then giving a platform for interaction of these academics with the technological experts. And this is very important. I am really confident that we have traveled to Bangladesh, we have traveled to Gulf countries with the digital learning, and as an institution we had also collaborated with them in the beginning. And I am confident that, and every year I see the type of participation. It is increasing across the states. In September you had in Rajasthan, no? Last year also you had in Rajasthan, and across the state, this creating an awareness about the importance of technology, not only to the school managers or teachers and the education leaders, and also the bureaucracy in the government public education system. This interaction is very important. And then we talk, of course, I have been asked to talk about something about the higher education system. We have several 10,000s of colleges in the country, and of course, research also is one of the track I have seen in your program. And we have large number of colleges, almost 90%, not 87 or 88%. 90% of the university education is happening in the affiliated colleges in this country, 90%. And the paradox is that of course, they have to teach undergraduate classes, Of course, some 10% of institutions or 15% of institutions have PG classes also, and they maybe less than 1% or 0.5% have some research also happening in these colleges. So undergraduate education, 90% of our undergraduate education is happening in the affiliated colleges. Maybe 10% of research, 10% of education, university education is happening in university departments and certain specialized universities. And when it comes to research, almost 90% of the research funding goes to the university departments and research establishments. And to the colleges, maybe less than 5% of the total research funding, overall research funding in the country, whether it be the government sector or any. So those who are teaching, they do not have the provisions, they do not have the capabilities, they do not have the wherewithals for doing research. Those who are doing research in R&D establishments, in research universities, they are doing research. They are doing research, and they are not really involved in undergraduate teaching. This type of paradox is existing only in this country now. I know in developed countries, a person who is a fellow of the National Academy, a fellow of the Royal Society, he or she will have the maximum number of first-year undergraduate classes. And the senior-most professor or senior-most professor in a university will have more classes for the first-year students rather than for the PG students or research students. This is very important. Teaching, undergraduate teaching, postgraduate research teaching, and research should go together. Those who are doing research, those who are getting good provisions for research, support for research, they should also be interacting with the first-year undergraduate students. This has been realized by the government. During the last 15 years, this has been realized by the government. That is why the undergraduate education, even in Indian Institute of Science, undergraduate education, they started. ICERs, they started. Earlier, it was only in IITs, this undergraduate education, Indian Institute of Science Education and Research. And many of the new generation universities, they are integrating undergraduate teaching, postgraduate teaching, and research together. This is very important. And if you just look at industry R&D institution support, BARC, for example, atomic energy, they are promoting undergraduate education through different schemes. So these are the various possibilities, and therefore, if you just look at higher education and technology, these aspects need to be considered. When it comes to quality, accreditation, and all that, only when we enhance the quality, the quantity will enhance. Nobody will count the numbers. Probably we will count how capable, how much knowledge and skills is acquired by the student. And along with this knowledge and skills, the students, whether it be school students or college students, they should also understand the context of the knowledge and skills. Therein comes art education, humanities education, sustainability, all these things. So this text-context correlation in education is very important, and when we think about technology, we have to be very vigilant about these aspects also, and then there will be a sustainable technology intervention, successful technology intervention in all our institutions. And this is a great initiative. Let me congratulate Dr. Ravi Gupta and the entire team for this initiative.